We go across to our guests on what is, like I said, a significant verdict today by the Supreme Court. Alok Vats is a political analyst, backs the BJP. Ashutosh Srivastava is a lawyer, also backs the BJP. Siddharth Sharma is spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, and Sumit Chandar, lawyer, is also joining us. Alok Vats, let me start with you first. The court has said that this was a mockery of democracy, indicted the presiding officer, show-caused him, and asked why criminal proceedings should not be launched against him. Do you believe that the court today has corrected a wrong in the democratic process?
Certainly, what the court has done today, it is highly laudable and very much appreciable that to save democracy, the court has taken suo motu the case against the presiding officer who was indulged and was caught on the camera in a nefarious activity. He should be fired, not suspended. He should be fired immediately because prima facie the case is proved that he has done wrong, and I believe that he has admitted it also. And there should be a thorough probe on this matter. All those, you see, AnilMasih is not the only culprit. There must be a series of people who must have, pressurized him or, lured him, whatever it is. So there should be a thorough probe to know who the real culprits behind this.
Ashutosh Srivastava, the presiding officer was castigated by the top court today. But do you believe, as Alok Vats is saying, that he acted on his own, that he was a solitary operator, or that there were powerful forces backing him?
Absolutely. He has functioned on his own in his individual capacity. And even when we see the order, Supreme Court has not made any remark against any political party. It has remarked only against one particular person who was given certain duties, and he was supposed to discharge his duties with full responsibilities, but he has not done so. And accordingly, the court came to such a conclusion that the prosecution may also be initiated against him. And obviously, the disciplinary proceedings and all will be taken against him by the government.
So you are sure that this was one lone wolf acting on his own? He had no powerful backers. How could a presiding officer who is a bureaucrat so blatantly disregard the election process in a democracy like ours?
First of all, in all the elections, we know that the ballot is not the process to be followed. The EVMs are followed, and which issues were also raised earlier in the same Supreme Court, which denied many such PILs and said that the elections are being conducted in a proper manner by the EVMs. So, considering this particular aspect, that is why the Supreme Court said that the prosecution may be initiated under Section 340 of CRPC, and which says that there has to be some inquiry. So, an inquiry has to be set up, and accordingly, the report will come up after the inquiry, which will clarify the further stand of this particular person who has acted against the principles of law. And accordingly, I would also say that the Supreme Court, that's why has not made any remarks against anybody, any political party, except this particular officer who was in charge to conduct a fair election in the
I want to ask Siddharth Sharma of the Aam Aadmi Party this. Ashutosh Srivastava's contention is, and if you were to peruse the order of the Supreme Court, it has not mentioned any political party by name, either BJP or AAP or any other political party for that matter. It has singularly kept its focus and its attacks on AnilMasih, the returning officer, and his conduct, which vitiated the entire democratic process.
Yeah, I think it's what has essentially happened is that Chandigarh has brought to open BJP's secret 9-point recipe to swindle people. Point number 1, try not to do an election. Then, if you are forced to do an election, appoint a BJP agent as an election officer rather than a neutral guy. Then invalidate all votes cast against BJP. Then declare BJP as the winner. Villainize anyone who complains about rigging. If still you keep on losing, indulge in horse trading. When caught, try to brazen it out. Essentially, this is what Supreme Court has said, not me. And going further, still if you lose badly like they do in BJP, change law to usurp power to yourself. then go brazenly further ahead and stop others from doing work by jailing them. Essentially, BJP is turning Loktantra into some kind of Thoktantra.
No, but
And
Siddharth Sharma,
again,
how do you say all this when the court has not said any of this?
all the things I've said is all the things. The first 6 points I said, first 7 points I said, the court has said. The only 2 points I said was what BJP does after that. Now, let me complete it. BJP is essentially shouting from the rooftop to assure its ecosystem that for them power is everything. Paradoxically, people vote for a government for service, not to give somebody power. So essentially, this is a quintessential emperor is naked moment for BJP, a moment when its Pradhanji has to either own up or reject this modus operandi of stealing elections. And what are its ramifications? The ramification is that with this team, India has proven that it is mathematically impossible for the BJP to now win 2024.
No, one second. One second. Siddharth Sharma, that's a gross extrapolation. I don't think one municipal corporation in one part of the country represents all of India. That's a complete extrapolation. But be that as it may, let me ask, there's no point you and me shouting at each other, Mr. Sharma, please calm down.
No, I won't.
Let me ask Sumit Chandar, do you agree with this contention that, as bad as what happened in the Chandigarh mayor election, and the Supreme Court is 100% right to pull up the presiding officer and say he had no business to be defacing 8 validly cast ballots.